I wanted to just really hit on something. Successfully, man believes in the possible, dealing with pain. God believes in the impossible. I think you hear many stories, and every story I just sat in the back room and listened to. I'm watching these people triumph and figure out ways to keep going. But how do you keep going? Why do you keep going? You're going to leave the battlefield for injury, not pain. When the world says everything else is supposed to be opposite. October 7th, we're playing the Dallas Cowboys in Baltimore. And I've studied all week. I've studied all week for this one moment. And I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. And I'm looking at Tony Romo and I'm watching him drop back. And I'm saying to myself, drop and just pick up your hands and just pick it. Pick means interception. Right? And I'm saying, just catch it. Just pick your hands up and catch it, Lou. You done saw this play all week. Fourth quarter, big drive, Baltimore going crazy. And in the midst of it, the play happens, Romo drops, and I'm sitting there, and in my head, I promise you, I went through every thought. Catch it, knock it down, don't put your hands up. And the moment I hesitated, for a moment, and by the time I put my hand up, my hand started to come down, and I felt the sound. I heard a sound that I have never heard in my entire life. And my tricep popped from the bone. And as soon as I hit it, I knew something was wrong. And I said, I cannot believe this. I said, I cannot believe this. Because I know now, this 17 years of me playing. So I know that this is my last ride. This is my last one. My tricep made 9 surgeries. I had 9 surgeries throughout my 17-year career. But I'm sitting there, and when I pop it, the moment I popped it, I said, now you got a choice. And I'm sitting out there with it pop, and all of my players looking at me, and they're like, you all right, Lou? And I'm like, I'm good, let's go. But I know I ain't good. And I know something's functionally not right. Something's wrong. Because I can feel a burn. And 3 more plays after, 5 more plays after, 7 more plays after, 8 more plays after, I'm still out there fighting with my team because it's the 4th quarter. And you can't leave the battlefield. You can only leave the battlefield for injury, not pain. 15th play come up, young running back come through the hole. I'm realizing that if I don't sacrifice my body and throw it in the middle of him, he probably scores. We lose. But I got one arm. So I just threw my body and just rolled with him. And he got up talking, yeah, you gotta come on, you gotta come on. And I'm like, I'm going out. And I went to the sideline, and my doctor walked up, Dr. Curl walked up, and she said, what's wrong? I said, Doc, it's my arm. She grabbed the back of my arm, and she touched right at the bottom of my tricep, and she could actually push through to where you can see her hand coming through on the other side, because it had snapped from the bone. And I'm sitting there, and she's like, why are you smiling? I said, Doc, it's just an arm. She was like, yeah, Ray, but I got some bad news. I said, Doc, what's that? She said, you just popped your tricep from the bone. I said, I just popped it from the bone. She said, it's gone. She's crying. I'm like, Doc, why are you crying? She's like, I don't know. I said, Doc, why are you crying? She's like, it's gone. She's crying. I'm like, Doc, why are you crying? She's like, Doc, why are you crying? She's like, it's gone. She's crying. I'm like, Doc, why are you crying? She's like, I don't know. She's like, I never wanted to see your career end like this. And I'm saying, career end like this? She said, because nobody has ever came back from this. Nobody has ever came back from a tricep injury, Ray. We was 4-1 at the time. So we was a quarter way through the season. And I'm sitting there, and she keeps moving it, she keeps moving it. And I started smiling again. She said, what you smiling for? Because I said, man believes in the possible. God believes in the impossible. I said, all I need you to do is meet me in the office in the morning and give me my papers. Papers mean MRI. After I went and got it, right, valid, to say, yeah, your tricep is torn. So she hands me the papers. Called a friend of mine. I said, man, I need your plane, man. I gotta go right now. I flew down to my college doctor, Dr. Uribe, and I got there. And I'll never forget, as soon as I walked in the door, he said, Ray, don't do what I think you're about to do. He said, don't do it, because it's the greatest risk you ever take in your life. I said, Doc, I ain't got no other choice. At this point in my career, I promised myself when I came into this game, if I was gonna leave it, I would rather die on the field. But it's something that tearing my tricep taught me about there's two sides of pain that I don't think a lot of people really understand, right? There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. That's why everybody raised their hands when I first asked, have everybody ever been through pain? Because that hurts. You remember what that felt like. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called, if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it. And if you never tap into it, it's because the first time you felt it, you backed off. The first time you felt, that burn, the first time you felt that it's too much. And we rationalize with ourselves to where we automatically stop. That's why a bunch of us give up so much in life so quickly. That's why kids have a problem finishing things in today's time. Because as soon as they feel a small bit of discomfort, of things ain't right, they're gone. I can't do it no more. But suppose I told you the greatest pain of my life is the reason I'm standing here.